Well, it's time for the 2013 first episode of Sports Frenzy!
What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? After a 2-week hiatus, we are back!
Yes!
It's better than ever.
It is!
What's up, Rose?
Not much. What's up, Cole?
Not much, man. How are ya?
Good. I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks.
It's been so long since we talked to each other officially on the air.
Not on the air, but I was going to say, you really think we haven't talked in 2 weeks? You really...
Since we, talk to each other every day.
Yeah, texting, you know.
Man.
But how was your Christmas?
So
What?
I see Santa still didn't bring us staff like we asked for. We
Yeah.
didn't do as good as we thought this year.
Maybe that's 2014.
My Christmas was good. How was yours?
It was good. I got a lot of good Superman stuff. A lot of it.
I caught up on a lot of movies. I did a lot of movie watching over break.
Nothing wrong with that.
I tweeted on the blog a little bit from time to time, but for the most part, sports, I just kind of kicked back and stayed away from the whole scene.
Yep. Sat back and watched some bowl games myself. And speaking of bowl games, we're going to
Jimmy
do...
Rose is the man. He single-handedly kept track of all these bowl games that him and I came up with. So he's the man for this. That alone gets him the belt, as far as I'm concerned. Even though he really did win the belt.
I did,
he
but...
really got the belt regardless for just doing this the whole time.
Came down to one game again, but...
Way to go, Rose.
Well, real quick, we're going to knock out this recap so you guys know
Knock out the recap of the bowl games.
who won the bowl games here. So we're starting out with a little NBA action.
2 weeks worth of games here.
NBA, we got the Celtics defeating the Nets 93-76. The Heat defeat the Thunder 103-97. The Lakers defeat the Knicks 100-94. Rockets defeat the Bulls 120-97. The Clippers defeat the Nuggets 112-100. NCAA basketball. Louisville beats Kentucky 80-77, and that was a 3-point bonus game for you. North Carolina defeats UNLV 79-73. Minnesota defeats Michigan State 76-63. Gonzaga defeats Oklahoma State 69-68. Minor league hockey. Griffins defeat the Ice Hogs 3-1. The Toledo Walleye defeat Comets 9-4. NFL football.
There you go.
Thank you, because I did not pull up any intros today. My bad.
That's all right. It's the recap.
Hey, that was good, though. It sounded just like it.
It always does.
The Dolphins defeat the Bills 24-10. The Chargers defeat the Jets 27-17. The Bengals defeat the Steelers 13-10. The Falcons annihilate the Lions 31-18. NCAA bowl games.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
The Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Michigan State squeaks by TCU 17-16. Outback Bowl. South Carolina defeats Michigan 33-28, and that was worth 2013 bonus points.
That kind of blew up in our face, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Ooh. But, it was a good game, I gotta say.
It was a good game.
Good game.
And I was real glad that Denard got to play. So.
Yes, me too. The Capital One Bowl. Georgia defeats Nebraska 45-31. The Rose Bowl. Stanford defeats Wisconsin 20-14. Orange Bowl. Florida State defeats Northern Illinois 31-10. Sugar Bowl. Louisville. The Underdogs defeat Florida, third-ranked Florida, 31-10.
That was a big upset game right there.
I'm sorry, 33-23. Sorry, wrong line.
Come on.
I know. I was gonna say I read that. I was like, that's not right. I know it was 30. Louisville won 33-23. Either way, they won. Fiesta Bowl, Oregon defeats Kansas State 35-17. Cotton Bowl, Texas A&M annihilates Oklahoma 41-13. And your BCS National Championship game. Alabama destroys Notre Dame 42.
Annihilates. Creams. Put them to bed early. Yeah, it was over in the first quarter.
It was 42-14, and that was another 3-point bonus game.
Wow, that's a lot of bowl games, and yet there was more. Those are just the ones we chose.
There's a lot more, but I didn't really feel like reading that many bowl games off. So, and
there's a bowl game for everything now.
The winning game right there was that Alabama-Notre Dame game. Tim went for Notre Dame, I went for Alabama. So that 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I went with Alabama the whole season, and then I was giving the Notre Dame the benefit of the doubt from the carryover from their 12-0 season. And I was kind of high from reading the book Rudy, who was a Notre Dame player. So there's my excuse.
Well, not to diss on Michigan, my range of thinking was Michigan faced both teams. Michigan versus Alabama, it was kind of the same score, 40-something to 14. Against Notre Dame, I think Michigan only lost by 6. So that was my rational thinking right there between the two. That's why Alabama's going to win. So
pretty good strategy there. Pretty good strategy, Rose.
Hey, what can I say? So, well, let's get into some info here before we get to the picks part of our show.
Yeah, 2 weeks, man. Here we are. Last show, I think we were struggling to find things, and we take 2 weeks off, and pardon my French, but all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, really. Well, we're first going to start off with NFL coaches who got fired.
And some people have said it would almost be easier to list who didn't get fired.
This is true. I believe it was 7 coaches got fired, and the Jets GM got fired, but not the coach.
Wow. Well, run them down for us, Rose.
Okay. Eagles fire Andy Reid, but the Chiefs hired him as their coach.
So he's fired by the Eagles, and 2 days later he's hired by the Chiefs.
That's correct.
That's a smart move on somebody's part, because Andy Reid is not a bad coach.
No.
Things just kind of fell apart in Philly. So I'm looking forward to see what Andy Reid can do with his new team.
Yep. The Cardinals fire Ken Wishenhunt. Excuse me if I'm messing up these names. You guys know me and my last names. Chargers fire Norvik Turner. Bills fire Chan Gailey. Browns fire Pat Schumer. Chiefs fire Roman Crennel. And the big one, Bears fire Lovie Smith.
Wow. That is a huge one right there.
Well,
that's big.
Now you just told me a few minutes ago, isn't Lovie Smith interviewing?
Lovie Smith is being looked at by the Eagles right now. He's one of the top contenders for the job for the Eagles. So looks like he might not be without a job very long either.
I know. I was about ready to say Andy Reid. Geez, 2 days unemployed. I'm sure there's people out there who got fired from their jobs, wish that they could find employment that quick.
You might want to check on this one for me too, but I could have swore, I don't have my phone with me right now, so I can't check this real quick, but I think Dallas just fired their coach.
Well, let me look it up here real quick. What other info do you got for me right now, Tim?
Let me see. Let me go to my list. So the Brooklyn Nets in NBA action, apparently they have decided, or they did let go of their coach, and they were trying to persuade Phil Jackson out of retirement. Well, according to his sources, Phil says he has no interest and no plans to returning to coaching anytime soon. So, yeah, he might just be a little bit bitter about the way the Lakers thing went down. It doesn't sound like he's coming back to coaching. He's content doing what he's doing now. Although lots of people were like he would really improve the Brooklyn Nets coming to them. So, I don't know, stay tuned. We'll see what happens there. I got RG3, the quarterback for Washington. He had to have a total knee reconstruction. So, he got that done today. We're filming on Wednesday, so he was supposedly got this done today. I haven't heard any updates on that yet. But they say he will be ready for the 2013 season. My big concern is, I don't know, when you have an injury like that, I don't know if you're ever going to be the same again after that. So, speaking about Alabama, Nick Saban says he is not going to return to the NFL like some sources have said. He likes his college. He likes playing college. Says he's happy where he's at and he's at peace at what he's doing. He said he's spent 2 years with the Dolphins and that taught him a lot about the NFL. Big congratulations goes out to one of my favorite basketball players, Steve Nash. He recorded his 10,000th assist against the Rockets. So congrats goes out to him.
Congrats.
Yes.
Well, here's your answer. It wasn't the coach. It was the defensive coordinator, Rob Ryan.
Oh, okay.
That's who was fired from Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So that's usual. There's usually, some little things like that. Firings of offensive coordinators and defensive and special teams.
Okay.
Oh, can I say one? I got one. Hockey. I love it. Hockey. Love it. Hockey. It's back. So you remember that jar I said not to put it in? Hockey. You can take that one out now. We can talk about hockey.
Who would have thought it?
Yep. I almost said NFL. NHL is targeting January 19th as a start date to a 40-game regular season.
48 game?
48.
Okay.
So it'll be 48 regular season games, and then we'll go into playoffs.
And as last I knew, teams were starting to report. Their players were starting to report now.
Yep. Oh, and real quick on the Red Wings, Thomas Holmstrom of the Detroit Red Wings has decided to retire. I posted that one up.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yep, posted that one up on the blog, on the Sports Frenzy page on Facebook.
I've been on the blog today.
Yep.
So that's breaking news.
He decided to. It doesn't surprise me because at the end of last year's playoffs, he's pretty tore up. And as I recall, the reporter asked him a really stupid question of, "What is your status with the Red Wings?" And blah 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 at the future endeavors and all this. And bad time to ask that when you just lost in the playoffs. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we have a update or prediction on who's going to be team captain this year?
It's projected Zetterberg will be your new captain for the Red Wings.
All right.
Which doesn't surprise me. I figured it wasn't going to be Datsuk because generally with your captain you like him to be able to speak decent English. And as far as I know, Datsuk, he can speak English, but it's not very clear English. So Zetterberg is kind of like Lidstrom where he speaks pretty decent English actually.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, there you go. So welcome back, hockey. Let's see what happens with the Red Wings this year.
That's right.
It's going to be a few games in an early season for the Lord Stanley Cup this year.
Yep.
It almost got put on ice.
It will be a quick one there. So.
Literally.
And then, Baseball Hall of Fame news.
Sorry. I got one other question about this. Maybe you already know the answer to this, but if the season would have been done, what would they have done with the Stanley Cup? Does it stay with the team who won it, or do they just put it away?
They would just probably put it away.
Okay.
I doubt that, on the last lockout, I doubt whoever won it previous year got to hold on to it for 2 years. So
yeah.
Yeah, they probably would have just put it away somewhere. And
Or maybe put it on display without a team winning or
well,
something, maybe.
here's a fun fact for you. There's actually 3 Stanley Cups.
Is there really? I did not know that. Wow, that's cool news.
There's one that travels the country. There's one in the NHL Hall of Fame. And then there's the one that specifically is for when the team wins the Stanley Cup. So there's 3 Stanley Cups, actually.
So nobody knows which one is the real Stanley Cup.
Well, there's just... they have the same things on each panel. They're all identical, but there's 3. Like, I've gotten to stand by the Stanley Cup when Adrian...
Was it the real Stanley Cup?
No, it was the traveling one. It was when Adrian College opened, had their first home hockey game.
I remember that.
Yeah.
There's a picture of you on MySpace by that trophy.
Yes, which is on Facebook now. I've upgraded. But yes, I just happened to drive past Frickers there on 52, and it said Stanley Cup will be here at 10 o'clock, and I think I waited till actually 11:30, and it finally showed up at like 11:31. So just as I was about ready to say, I don't think it's coming, let's go, it showed up. So I'm glad I stayed as long as I did. So basically, I stood by it for 30 seconds, and then took off. So.
Then it was over.
Well, they didn't really want me to stand there too long. They were, because there was such a long line, they were like, okay, get your picture. They wouldn't let you touch it either. A couple of people tried to touch it, and they're like, don't touch it. So I just got my picture.
Somebody might try and smuggle it out.
Yeah, kind of hard to notice that one missing there, but... And then, so Baseball Hall of Fame news. For the first time since 1996, no players were elected to the Hall of Fame by baseball writers. A player needs at least 75% of the vote to gain election. Closest was Craig Biggio, not sure who that is, with 68% votes.
Explain how that happened, Rose.
Well, a lot of these guys, it's coming down to the steroid scandals. You have Barry Bonds, Kurt Schilling, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, and a lot of other guys who just, have been kind of wrapped up in the whole steroid scandal thing. So that's why there's not going to be a class of 2013 going into the
that's not
Hall of Fame.
surprising.
Nope.
That's steroids is becoming quite the issue. So
it is. So.
Not surprising at all.
Well, you got anything else for me, Tim?
Yes. For our NASCAR fans out there, because I know there's some of you, there's a big kickoff event set for February 16th at 8 p.m. Let's see. There's a real kicker to this, though. This is kind of funny, in a sense. This event will be happening without Cup champion Brad Kowalski and runner-up Clint Bauer.
Ooh.
Either one of them qualified for this event. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That is crazy.
They will also be debuting the Generation 6 car that night. Or Gen 6 car, I guess it's called. So I have no clue what that means. And I don't know if it's a new style for the race cars or what it is. Cause,
the future of racing.
I don't know that enough, so.
The future.
There you go.
Yep.
That's all I have.
Well, we'll be back right after these messages with your picks.